streaming, hopefully. Yep, we're streaming. Alright. Post that on Twitter, because I'm a twat. There's that, and I completely forgot to put my floor mats down. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Floor mats. Helping with me and my standing. Alrighty. Alright, I think we're good. We're great. We're fantastic. Alright. It's been a while since I last streamed. Quite a while. Since like the mid of October. Unfortunately, that is due to work. I couldn't get off of it. Well, obviously, I'm doing so much overtime that every time I'm working, I just feel tired and exhausted. So I'm just like, nah. Oh, thank you, phone. Thank you. I know I'm live. Thank you. But every time I got home from work and I wanted to stream, I ended up just feeling extremely tired. So I never ended up doing it at all. So I apologize for that, but work is work. Also, in case you haven't noticed, it's Tuesday! Why am I streaming on Tuesday, not Saturday? Well, everybody, unfortunately, it has come to the point where I can no longer stream on Saturdays. The reason being is mostly because Saturdays are actually becoming more and more of a busy day for me, and that does require me to stay longer at my work. So I sensed it for a while. I kind of knew that was coming, but I was hoping to hold it off a little longer, but oh well, it was bound to happen eventually, so there's that. So I chose what day would be the best for me, and I think Tuesdays, which are usually my Fridays, I think those days might be the best for me to stream. So Tuesdays it is. And today our agenda is just to beat Deathmark. I want to beat this game. I want to get it over and done with. Not that, we'll give our thoughts and opinions after we're done with this game, but I just want to beat this game, okay? That's the whole main agenda. No matter how long it takes, even if it takes up the whole entire stream, I'm going to finish this. But if it doesn't, we're going to play more Doom, everybody, so get ready for that, if we can. Alright. We just finished chapter 4, so we're on the final chapter. Because we did 2 and 3 the last time I streamed, because I thought chapter 3 was extremely short, so I thought we could pull off number 4. Which we did, but alright. Oh yeah, and Mary isn't here anymore because she was killed and murdered along with the Black Rabbit. And yes, we're going to go to bed. So what the fuck do we do now? Mary's gone. Miss Sue, fuck this chapter. I have a lot to say about this fucking chapter when we finish this game. Quite a lot. It's been nearly a day since we found Mary. We're like a boat adrift in the ocean without a compass to guide us. Who knows where the currents will take us? Will we find salvation at the end? I completely forgot their voices, so if I completely butcher their voices, I'm so sorry. Hey, Mr. Black. Looks like we wasted a whole day. Is it going to be like this every day? If you're done checking in here, why don't we take a look outside? Mary said unnecessary contact with outsiders could speed up the Mark's curse. And if I lose any more of my memories, I'm not sure I'll be able to function. For the past 10 days, the only other person I've spoken to is the convenience store clerk. Ah, that explains why we've only had TV dinners and snack food to eat. But sitting and waiting isn't going to accomplish anything. Oh right, she still has her mark. It didn't go away, so I think she got it from somewhere else. And I remember there was like the sewer we couldn't enter last time, which our main character Ashram couldn't get to, which I think might be the final chapter. So, but we'll see, we'll see. I'd rather not wind up forgetting my own name like you. Well, fuck you, bitch. Not that I completely believe that this curse thing is real. She raises her voice to hide how it shakes. She's still stubbornly sticking to her denial of the existence of spirits in the mark. But I know she's already accepted it. After all, she went through it herself last night. Ghosts and curse don't exist. Why'd this have to happen to me? Eek. Oh, it's her Eek. Hiro startled at the sudden knock. A visitor in the middle of the night. I don't need Mary to know it's a mark bearer. Welcome! Thank you for getting fucked up by a ghost. How can I help you? Sorry to impose on you so late. Holy shit, are you okay, dude? Oh my god. I think you've taken one too many meds. I think you've been taking not the good kind, too. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Well, here's this guy. He looks like a doctor. Let's find out what his deal is. A tall, thin man walks in. His skin is as white as a sheet and dark circles nearly swallow his eyes. Ah, so you noticed too, Ashram. Good, 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 good. It's almost like a dead person stands before us. You're Black and Hero, right? I heard about you in the mark from Yosoka before I came here. Something about a Miss Sue, too? Sounds like you had a rough night. He seems to know Yosaka. Maybe she's following through on her promise to send him to help us. Well, let's get introductions done. I'm Shuji Damon. I think you can guess my occupation. Wearing this thing means I don't have to explain, thank goodness. Yeah, I kind of figured, but okay. He gestures to this stethoscope around his neck. What kind of business brings a doctor like you here? Damon's eyes flicker over the suspicion in Hiro's tone. No need to be so defensive. I've had the cursed scar, and same as you, the mark. He unbuttons his shirt to reveal, the snake that kind of stream. Oh, we don't see anything. Okay, good. A familiar mark on the left side of his chest. It just suddenly appeared one day. Though, to be honest, I never thought it happened to me. Maybe it's punishment for being stupidly curious about it. Curious? Did you know about the mark before Yosoka told you about it? Yeah, that's right. There's mention of a strange scar on my grandpa's records as a military physician. I did some personal research. A military physician's records would mean they'd be from the Second World War. More than 50 years ago. But that doesn't add up. Rumors of the mark only started about a month ago now. If it was mentioned in those records, the rumors would be much older. There's a reason for that. Patients with the symptoms were kept in a secret army laboratory. After the war, all top-secret documents related to the lab were burned. Except the clinical records I found. A secret lab, huh? Oh, okay. Okay. Things are starting to make sense now. It's kind of hard to believe, man. Got some proof to back that up? Dr. Damon, you don't mean to say the mark was used as some sort of biological weapon? Every country had at least one or two soldiers who were divinely possessed. People only call on gods when they're in trouble. It was the end of the war, and they were backed in a corner. That's fair enough. How unscientific! Don't you think so, Mr. Black? All right. I don't know yet. I don't know shit, man. Come on, anything's possible. I go to the middle. What? Are you serious? I can see why Yosoka gave you her stamp of approval. The way you consider every possibility is indeed admirable. The open-mindedness must allow you to face the supernatural. However, it's hard to picture the mark being used as a weapon. It seems the 13th Army Engineering Lab was developing something. It was called the Cannon Soldier. Cannon Soldier? It makes me think of that thing cannon 50 years ago and the Buddha statues. can't be. Dr. Damon, where is that lab? Unfortunately, I have no idea. Sorry. The documents my grandfather kept don't give any details about it. I see. Hey, Mr. Black? That 13th Army Engineering Lab. It's the shelter Zukawa went to. There he is! Oh, it's a shelter? I thought it was like a... Well, I guess that technically makes sense. She pulls out her old map. I'd wanted to keep it secret, but I'd rather not die from this mark. I'll tell you. This shows the entrance to the 13th Army Engineering Lab. Whoa, are you serious? In his excitement, he starts coughing. My apologies. Where did you get that, hero? My grandfather passed 6 months ago. We were sorting his belongings. Isn't the idea of a secret lab just fascinating? So I thought I'd look into it. And then Miss Zukawa stole it. I accidentally let it slip to her. She loves strange experiments like that, so it probably stuck with her. I thought as much, though. Whatever turned her into a monster is down in that secret lab. Ah, fair point. That's a pretty unscientific line of reasoning. Using the occult to turn yourself into a monster is utter nonsense. But if there's a scientific method behind it, I'll have to consider it. I suppose that's just how she is. Was your grandfather involved with the lab in some way, hero? He could have been. All I know he was an engineer with the rank of a captain. Wait, hold on. You're both grandchildren of people involved in the engineering lab? And now both of you have the mark? Yes, that would be correct. That and our lab coats are probably all Hiro and I have in common. From what we understand, people with the mark appeared in the secret lab 50 years ago. There might be something there that'll help us find the truth behind the curse. That's also the origin of the cannon soldier. A name that reminds me of a statue. The traces of Misu in the shelter. It might all be connected to the Buddha statues that were stolen from H Shrine. Dr. Damon. Dr. Damon gave us a lot of info. We'll have to thank Yosoka for introducing him to us. The fates are indeed mysterious. Dr. Damon, will you help us? Yes, of course. Just don't expect anything physical. Are you sick? You don't look so well. Yes, something like that. I don't practice what I preach. His dry laugh sounds like he's deflecting. He's abnormally thin for a man his age. It's possible that he's gravely ill. So we're heading to the shelter? About that. We were stopped from going further by a locked door. That strange old man was there too. I doubt he'll cooperate with us though. It'll be difficult to break in from there. Where did you enter the shelter? A manhole in K. Mayamachi North Road. I see. She opens the map and studies it. You're right, an entrance is there, but there seems to be one other one. It's at Emno South Alley. Have you tried going there? No, not yet, because I didn't fucking know about it till now, bitch. Shut up. Then let's go there. Hopefully we can get in. Knew if it was out to the spirit file. Rumors the cannon soldier. Alright. Let's head out. We got our new destination. And see what all this is about. Looks like everything is finally coming together. We reach now South Alley. Like the North Road, it's silent and empty. The map doesn't specify the location of the entrance, just that it's here. We'll have to search for it. Ah, searching. Sounds good to me. There's a manhole. Unlike K. Mayamachi, this road only has one. I'm sure that's the place. The manhole lid has a place to grip it, just like the one at K. Mayamachi. This has to be it. Still, this is strange. Why doesn't the public have any idea about this underground shelter? You'd think the sewer department would, at least. How the hell should I know? It was probably hushed up so those involved didn't get in trouble. They supposedly performed some terrible experiments in there after all. Does she sound kind of excited? I bet the terrible experiments fascinate her. You are Whoa. Oh, okay, it was him lifting up the lid. I'm like, whoa, what's up? When I lift the lid, a musty smell greets me. Ah, this smells familiar. Like the other entrance, the hole goes deep. Thankfully, there's a ladder here, too. Alright, time to go down. Go ahead, Mr. Black. Here and I descend into the dark world, hidden beneath each city. What awaits us down in that darkness? Will we find the truth we're seeking? Or hell smeared with blood? Dun dun dun! Chapter 5, Cannon Soldier. Wow! Looks like all hell broke loose down here. Damn! We're not even Doom Guy yet either. Damn. The sight that greets us at the bottom is the same as what we saw at K Miyamachi. The looming concrete walls and the suffocating stagnant air. We weren't wrong to assume that the two places were connected. So this is the engineering lab. It's even more dreary than I expected. Wait, do you hear a song? If it's not some kind of prank, then maybe the spirits of the soldiers are wandering around and singing. You have no proof of that! It's entirely unscientific! Shut up about that crap! Sorry, God. Still, it's a little unsettling to hear an army sing all the way down here. It's got to be a supernatural phenomenon. Yes, kitty, yes! I am streaming! Can I help you with anything? Sorry, she was like meowing like crazy. Alright, forward march! That was a little loud. My apologies, everybody. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, fuck no. Turn around. Turn around. Alright, what about this way? There are pitch black stains. Is this blood? What? Impossible! This much blood would be... But doesn't that other thing bother you too? I'm not an idiot. Of course I notice. The spot without any stains. It looks like something was posted here. There's a clearly defined clean space on the wall, as if something had been there. It looks like it avoided being sprayed with blood because something was originally posted here. A poster or bulletin, something like that. Well, it's illegible now. Alright, hold on one second. Let's not do that. Alright. Sorry, that was a little spam I had to take care of. Don't appreciate spams around this part, dude. Don't appreciate them. I'm sorry, but don't appreciate them. Well, it's illegible now. Alright. I open my eyes and stare at the white space that must have been a poster. I only end up drying out my eyes. Alright, can we look around more? Anything else? More blood. More blood. We like blood. To a certain degree. It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Alright, so we need a key. Okay. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Move forward. Gotta keep on going and handle this mystery. Move forward. Oh shit, don't give me options. Oh my... Something falls swiftly down the pipes. Yeah, get out of here. Alright, let's go to the left. Oh, another door. When I step in view of an iron door that appears before me, the air clearly shifts. Goosebumps rise. A presence is approaching. There's an innocent beeping like from a telegraph. Ah, shit. Might as well keep going. I mean, if we die, then we can just restart where we left off, so whatever. I shrug and keep moving forward. Oh shit. Live or die. Alright, let's see what we're gonna do about this. The beeping becomes gradually louder, almost as if it's trying to tell me something. The sequence, dot, 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 just keeps repeating this code. What in the world does it mean? Oh, fuck. Buddha? 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's heaven then. Because the dashes are also letters. The darkness tightens around my throat like a noose. Without oxygen, my brain instantly shuts down. Wow. Alright, we don't even see the person. It's just like, you die. You dead. You fucking dead. At least I'm pretty sure dashes are letters, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh no. What's the button? There's like a button to make this go fast. Oh, what was the button to make it go fast? There you go. Found it. Alright, so heaven, I guess? No! The dashes don't mean shit. Alright. Alright, I thought it would mean, like, the 6-letter words would mean something, but no. You're just guessing random dumb shit, which, if that is the case, I'm gonna pull up the fucking guide. Yes. Yes, this is a thing. Wow, it even has a map on this one. I didn't even know that. Well, whatever. Alright, this is interesting. Alright. Yes, we are dead. Game over. Boo-hoo for us. Let's play this game by processing of elimination, pretty much. Alright, keep going. I wonder if doing the other options might be better, but I don't know. Feels like it's kind of stupid. Soul! Apparently it means soul. Well, according to the guide, it actually says devil, but you know, this ain't exactly the best translation they've done, so whatever. I hear a quiet voice. Point to your soul. Oh shoot. Point to your head. Alright, it says. Sorry, I'm cheating at this, but I don't want to keep wasting people's time with this. Because it's kind of a waste of my time. Therefore, it's a waste of your time. Point to your head. So point to your soul. And point to your head. Music sound suddenly stops. Hero seems terrified. Hey, Hero, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Obviously. Uh-huh. You look like you just shat your pants. Huh, she's acting different than usual. Let's go. I think it's fine now. Understood. Okay, so this door actually opens. That's pretty cool. Oh my. The air in this room is musty. At first glance, I say it's part of a medical facility. This is an operating room. And the smell. Oh, I thought so. There it is. Shine the light over there for a second. I shine the flashlight as directed and find a corpse. Hero crouches down and begins to study it. Usually Hero would be terrified, but at least for now she's fine. So you're fine with stuff like that? What? We all have organs and bones inside of us, don't we? Only an idiot would be scared of them. Hero skillfully examines the body. When they're done, they stand up again. To be blunt, the corpse is old. What really draws the eye is that the clavicle vertebrae has been severed. But the cut isn't normal. It's like it's notched. The only thing I could think of is that it was cut with a non-surgical tool. I have no idea why anyone would do something that cruel, though. In any case, it's clear that the head was purposely severed. The head was severed with a tool, huh? The corpse is too old to tell everything. There should be a clue nearby. It'd be best to search the room. Yeah, good idea. New info was added in the spirit file in the lab. What the hell was that? It looks like it's been a number of years since this person died. The dried skin gives the appearance of a mummy. The cut by the neck is jagged. It must have been cut in some kind of tool. Why did I hear like a chainsaw? I don't appreciate hearing the chainsaw, man. Nobody likes the chainsaw. It's a little cabinet. I search the ones that are open. Find a notebook titled Research Records, an Army Short Sword. The letters in the notebook have faded, but I can still read it. The experiment miraculously succeeded. This divine protection. The aura statue, ornated from the H shrine, created by line statue makers using chisel, donated by same family, severed head. Tool together becomes the key. Finally, our dearest wish. There's nothing else written. A chisel? Like for sculpting? Yeah, most likely. Impossible! How could they do something like that? That's just impossible! As the saying goes, anything can be used as a weapon. Even a pillow. It's a cabinet with a glass door. I open it and search around. I find bills attached to a handle and a notebook with a black cover. It's titled Disposal That Record. I flip the cover open. Dispose 200 super dimension, suddenly ironed ore, half spiritualized. Hypothesize focused mystical forces need sacred object to erase. Safety valve release code diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. There's nothing else written. Got Kagura Sozu bells. Disposal of that record. What in the world are these notes going on about? Disposal, half spiritualization? I don't understand half of these words. Plus, those bells I found don't fit this place at all. I close the notebook and put it in my bag. Just then, something tingles around my hand. Huh? It's a thin thread. It seems to be human hair. It glitters pale gold in the light. What? The mark starts sucking at my blood. I ignore it and instead stare at the shining hair as if being pulled in. It's odd, but I get the real feeling that this moment. No, it's here. This place. I've been here before! No! The marked colors grows more vivid. A few hours left until death closes in. Mumble, mumble, mumble. Someone mumbles right next to me. Wait, that's not someone else. That's my own voice. As I thought, it's here. The words pour out from deep inside. I have absolutely no knowledge or control over them. Memories that aren't mine. Words and feelings I couldn't possibly know are falling from my lips. Check the disposal vat. It must be behind that wall. Felt weird when standing in front of that wall. Huh? Wait! Mr. Ashram, what are you talking about? The instant hero speaks, the voice stops. It's nothing. I just remember something important. You sure you're okay? You're mumbling some strange things. I'm fine, really, just spaced out for a bit. For better or for worse, Hero didn't clearly hear what I was saying. Still though, that voice. Could it be that my old self, the one I lost along with my memories, was talking to me? The feeling I got when I saw that golden hair. Maybe that's what triggered it. I haven't heard that other guiding voice for a while now. I guess all I can do is rely on my old self. The disposal vat beyond the wall. The voice had to find that. New info was added to the spirit file. Lab number 1.
We are number 1. Yay!
Alright, that's it. Nothing else. Light bulb? The light bulb is flickering weakly. Well, that's useless information. I open the wire mesh door and peek inside, but I don't see anything. I go to close the door and see a paper stuck on the backside. Found a worn-out talisman. Give me that. Let the warmth flow through me. Alright. Excellent. I think that's pretty much it. Alright, so that area is there, but I don't think there's anything more unless it tells us to go back. Okay. Actually, I kind of want to consult a map, because this area looks like it was huge according to the map. Okay. So this should be interesting. So it says to move forward. I'm so badly cheating right now, but you know what? I'm fine with that. This game... I don't know how to feel about this game. Alright, why can't I go right? There is nothing here. What's up with this area? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, whatever. Alright. Now just tell me to go... Just keep going straight. Go through this door. Feel it. Give it a nice good old touch. Alright, go through the door. Oh, you can go through the door. Okay, cool. Cool. Another area. Okay. So the same way as the operating room, this place may have been used for the steam experiments. There might be records left behind. Let's look. You got it. Looks like it's been a number of years since this person died. The dried skin gives the appearance of a mummy. The cut by the neck is jagged. It must have been cut with some kind of tool. Somebody tell that ghost to shut the fuck up. We don't appreciate him screaming all over the place. Come on now. I open the door. A cloud of dust flies up and then blocks my vision. A notebook with a black cover is left inside. Why was a black cover? Why not purple? Why not blue? Why not pink? It's always black. People these days. Got experimental unit correspondence code. Experimental unit correspondence code. It seems to be a document about cryptograms. Inside it, it says... Canon. Weapons codename. That. Heavenly Buddha. Project's codename. That. Soul. Human heads used as materials. Wait. Looks like this wall-bun code, it's similar to Morse. So wait, was that actually the secret to opening that, figuring out that other door? Because if so, that's kind of weird that the map says to go left first, then go right later. Yeah, canon weapon code, Heavenly Buddha, or maybe it's something else. Human head uses materials. Okay. Canon weapon codename, project codename, and human head uses materials. Okay. Yeah, it looks exactly like that thing, like the door that it was kind of talking about. Okay, why? Okay, maybe I shouldn't follow this guide. It's telling me to follow things maybe out of order. The thing's inside the metal cabinet. You sure? Oh, whatever. Can't do anything else, so whatever. I open it and search inside. I find a notebook titled Research Records and Small Gun. Ooh. Notes have deteriorated, but I can just make out what they say. 70th next experiment, Azra statue con. Male body and female head. Success. Ooh. I'm so sorry for her. And for him. Then, e-natural phenomenon spirit frequent hard continue experiments. That's all it says. Oh dear. Notes on the experiments, huh? You better give it a read. Alright, fine. I'll freaking read the goddamn thing. Next experiment, Azra statue connected male body and female head was success. Then, supernatural phenomenon, something frequently hard to continue experiments. Small palm-sized gun developed by the Army of Self-Defense, a number of unsolved issues, such as only holding one bullet, and its unreliability caused it to develop to be cancelled. That sounds fair. Alright. So they were successful, but that kind of sounds like they fucked up a little bit in that department. So it looks like maybe the ghost of the individuals that they fucked over did not appreciate being combined now. So they're just like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna kick your goddamn fucking ass. We're going at the intersection, and an outline of a door is flickering faintly on the wall ahead of us. Hey, look at that! What? What? Impossible! Is it another ghost thing? You can't see it? See what? Looks like Hiro can't see the door. That's the spiritual. My mouth begins mumbling words I don't recognize all on its own. Oppose the spiritual with spiritual. If you touch it with the tool that honors the gods. The flow of words out of my mouth stops. Touch it with the tool that honors the gods. Wait. Hold on. You mentioned a door. A bell! Hey, a bell! Yeah! A bell is with the, just half-spiritualized thing. Also called a Meko Bell, it's meant to be used by shrine maidens. It's just dance rituals, it has 3 sets. Alright, so I think this might be the bell is what we're looking for. Alright. It's the door, but it just feels like a wall. Seems the door has no substance. Oh, can I use my stuff? Oh, tool, there we go. Use the bell! Take out the Kagura Suzu bell. Is just touching it okay? No, you have to. Strange words spill from my lips again. It's the priestess's tool. If a man displays spiritual power, it will be destroyed, so touch it silently. Life is questions, but I have no choice but to trust the other me. I touch the bells to the door carefully, making sure not to make any noise. The next instant, the door physically appears. What? What just happened? What did you do? I just felt like it was the right thing to do. But I stared at the door. I sensed an alarming presence. According to my own voice, if I could call it that, the disposal vat is beyond the store. I found some documents on it, about it in the room with the operating table. It might be good to look through those. Let's be careful. That place is giving me a bad feeling. Alright, so about the operating table said. Those 200 superdimensional iron door, half spiritualized, half physicalized mystical forces need sacred object to erase. Sacred object. I mean, do I still use the bells? Wait. Developed by the Army Shelter, spring is installed in the hill, but so flimsy that it's right after no one used, so it's never officially adapted. Alright, so do I still use the bells then? Sacred object. We'll see. We'll see. I push open the iron door and we head inside. What is this place? On the other side of the door is a large empty area reminiscent of a vault. Is this the disposal vat? It should be, but it's not quite what I expected. Oh, something's going on in the ground. Katana? Got rusted army sword. I took what Hiro picked up. I shine the flashlight around the area. Are these heads of Buddha statues? It doesn't seem like they're being stored. Is this some kind of garbage dump? Just then. Huh? A sound echoes off something heavy moving, and suddenly the room is lit with a pale light. What was that noise? Let's get out of here for now. I tried to open the door to get out, but... What? It's locked! What? We've been locked in? Uh-oh. That's no good. A cutting coldness invades that envelops my feet. My head snaps up and I see water pouring into the room like a giant waterfall. Water? It's ice cold. A polar bear swim is not something I ever wanted to do. It quickly rises to our knees. I can't even feel my feet anymore. Water underground? Hurry and open the door! We'll get hypothermia! Live or die. Alright, I have to remember. I was reading those documents about the disposal vat. I see near me are the Buddha heads. Yeah, I'm cheating, and it says to touch the diamond Arhat head. I touch the diamond Arhat head. There's a heavy shudder and the sound of movement. Then the pooling water suddenly starts sweeping in one direction, down into the drain. Whoa! Ah! Ta-da! When I open my eyes, all I see is darkness. I quickly lift my head and rub my eyes. My vision slowly comes back. This is an intersection in the underground shelter. Looks like we were drained out with the water and flushed down a pipe. We're lucky. I very nearly breathed a sigh of relief. But then I remember Hero. That's right, where's Hero? No need to be so worried. Oh, it's you. No need to be so worried. So it's you. It's been a while, you sneaky intruder. It's that old man I met at the passageway beneath Manhole Street. I tried to ask him about Hero, but... My jaw's nearly locked and my voice is gone. Don't try to talk just yet. The water here comes straight from the T-Mountain range, so it's deadly cold. You were submerged in it for near an hour, so you'll be slurring your words for a while. Relax, relax, your friend's fine. So you, got somewhere to go back to? I nod as I groan. The old man's face brightens like the sun. Well, that's great. Not that I'm demanding a reward for saving you or anything. But I am pretty darn hungry. The man eyes me with his smile sharp. We get in the car, and even though it's the wrong season for it, I turn the heat on full blast. We drive with towels and the like, but it doesn't stop our shivering for a long time. While this is going on, the old man... Phew, it's hot. Can I open a window? He's blatantly fanning himself in front of us. Okay, yes, in a way we owe him our lives, but even so, he's being a pain. Hang in there a little while longer. Hero shudders. Oh, we're about to freeze, you know. It was an honest question. It probably sucks for him, but we still keep the car like a sauna. After driving like that for a while, our teeth finally stopped chattering. The man's name is Banshee Itao. That's how he introduced himself. That obviously isn't his real name. As he sits next to me, Banshee gives off a savory smell like freshly baked bread. Really, for a homeless guy? Huh. Okay. It kind of cheers me up. Or at least it does for a few moments until I realize it's the scent of dried filth. So, Banshee, what were you doing in a place like that? Banshee remains silent, as he probably should. Are you listening to me? No, Philip. For my fave little tuber streamer. Good. Oh, man. Oh, crap. I missed that. But Mangimato, thank you. I have no idea what that was, unfortunately. I actually did not pop up. I didn't see it in time what that was. I just know it's a notification. Crap. But thank you, whatever it was. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Gosh, what was it, though? I don't know if that was a follow or... Gosh, I can't even look it up, can I? I don't think I can. Oh well, whatever. I can always look back during this VOD, so no biggie. But thank you! Thank you! Thank you so much! Really appreciate it. Alright. Don't feel up to talking yet? Oh, that's the old guy. Don't feel like talking yet. I'll tell you in exchange for food. I shouldn't be surprised. Life's rough. Wait, that should be my question. What were you two doing down there? Oh, it was a tip. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Of course, it's never an obligation by any stretch of the imagination, but very much appreciated. Thank you. Alright. It's a long story. A really long story that I'm tired of telling all the damn time. I summarize everything we know about spirits and the mark until I catch up to when we meet him in the underground shelter. So that's how it is, huh? He nods vigorously to himself. Do you really understand any of that? Oh god. Here, it's freaking Hero talking. Heroes dealt her reasonable, but Banshee waves a hand dismissively. Of course I do. Who do you think I am? A terrible grudge is mucking up that underground shelter, and you guys are wrapped up in it now. His storytelling sounds fishy. A grudge. Banshee, do you know what happened down there? I said I'm not talking about that yet. Give me some grub in my belly. I was born into a noble family, so I've always had the ability to see things others can't. I stake my name, Banshee Tao, on it, so you can trust me. There's a terrible grudge swirling there, and you've gotten swept up in it. He's got nothing to base his claims on, but I get the feeling he's on the right track. In that case, oh noble Lord Banshee, would you tell us? How do we overcome that whirlpool? Banshee replies with a magnanimous flourish. That should be obvious. Whirlpools always have a center. You gotta find that. The center? That swirling grudge and the spirit thing. Is that what you called it? The birth of the spirit, the heart of the curse. Something like that should be left within that there swirling grudge. If you look for that, I'm sure then... He trails off. He gazes at the dark road, his mouth hanging open. It's like he's run out of batteries. Then what? What will happen? The black sky simply goes on forever before Banshee's eyes. He nods off. He was that dang hungry. Come on, Ostrom, you gotta feed him something. Alright, get some grub. Refill ourselves. Oh, that reminds me, Black. Banshee calls out as soon as we enter the garage. Take this. Just a little symbol of our friendship. Got underground shelter key. Ooh, nice. Is this the key for the underground shelter? Mm-hmm. I found it when I was pooping in. Or popping in. Okay, not pooping. I found it when I was popping in and out from that place. I held on to it. Mistranslation. On my part, of all places. Go figure. But I'll lend it to you for now, Black. He just picked it up. Why is he acting like it's a favor? But I have no reason to refuse him. Thanks. I'll borrow it. Might be good for something. Damon walks up to us. Hey, you came back safely. Were you able to learn anything? I think I like pooping way more. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the pooping would have been kind of more funny. I was just casually pooping until I saw it on the ground. Oh, look at this. Oh, God. Jeez. Hero butts in before I can speak. Wait just a minute. Don't tell me. You aren't going to believe that old man's story, are you? He's fishy. Wow, that's rude. If you want my opinion, a snotty punk like you should be trusted even less. Of course, Black. You believe me, right? Of course. You seem to know a lot of what's going on, where everyone else is kind of like basing it upon opinion and other weird stuff. But you seem to know what's going on, so yeah, I trust you. That's my good pal Black for you. Hey now, you feeling okay in the head? I'm tired of listening to you bitch and moan all the damn time, woman. Anyway, changing the subject. Good grief, can we just move on from talking about this? Banshee, you're hungry, right? The dining room should have something. Woo! Food! Food! You sound like my cat every time I make dinner for myself. I swear. Banshee bolts out of the garage and vanishes into the mansion. Demon gives me an exasperated look. Black, it seems you got another troublemaker on your hands. To appease the starving Banshee, I offer him some cup noodles and sweet buns. Sweet, sweet buns. The epitome of hunger, he greedily begins scarfing it down like a starving dog. That was enough for 10 people. Damn. He devours it all, and I'm reminded of a high-powered vacuum cleaner. He was that hungry, guys. Come on now. Excellent. I haven't been this full in forever. Good for you. Now answer our questions. What were you doing down there? Well, that's an easy one. Because it's my home. Really? What? Been living there ever since I found it 10 years ago. It's not too shabby of a place. Keeps me out of the rain and and Brett's messing with me. Though it gets a mite cold in winter. I don't know how to respond to that. Hero and Demon seem to be the same. It was a paradise for me because no one knows about it. Until a weirdo showed up 6 months ago. Ooh, weirdo? Weirdo? Some woman doused in perfume. It was winter, and I don't like stirring up trouble, so I just stayed away. That must have been Tsukawa. I nod. That is my thought as well. That was a month ago. I figured she must have upped and left, so I went back. But now there's something stranger. Which was... a damn walking Buddha statue! I know I'm pretty out there, but even I was shocked by that. I even got this weird scar. Banshee removes his scarf, revealing the mark on his neck. Dun dun dun! You may not believe this, but that statue gave you that scar. I figured. It was the cannon soldier after all. Wait, he knows about the cannon soldier? He really does know a lot. The cannon soldier? How do you know that name? Some document I saw had it. It was an old plan to make a Buddha statue move with supernatural powers. Oh, okay. A heavenly Buddha project weapon. Are you nuts? Spirit powers making something move? That's insane. Now, hero, calm down. So those documents that you found, are they still around? Nope, I burned them for warmth. I can't blame him. I really can't. I had a delicious roasted potato, too. How could you? Maybe take your own advice, Dr. Damien. Our measure of common sense seems to be rather different than this strange old man's. It's fine. My noggin works different from most people's. I got it all memorized. As you say, just tell us. We need to know about that project. Alright. Give us the scoop, man. Give us the scoop. The Heavenly Buddha Project was the pet project of some general at the end of the war. Yeah, he is the best. Gotta keep himself warm. Doesn't care what it is. You gotta keep himself warm. So they built that shelter for it. Ta-da! The 13th Army Engineering Lab. To make the cannon soldier thing, they did tests on Buddha statues. They were brought from some shrine or something somewhere. That must be the 8th shrine. They did a bunch of stuff to infuse the statues with spiritual power. There was a monk from T Mountain, spiritual treasures from all over. But nobody thought anything actually come from it. The project was just an excuse to keep that fanatical general busy. At least, it was supposed to be. But one day, the statue started moving. It went berserk throughout the lab. It went crazy on a ton of people. Yeah, I do think the pooping would have been perfect. He just literally does not give a fuck about anything. Definitely perfect. A missed opportunity, unfortunately. Oh well. Some people survive, but it's on auto. There we go. Whoops. They had red bite-like marks on them. The thing went and wrecked the place. Then it stopped. It never moved again. No one knows what even triggered it. That's about everything it said. And everybody's scared shitless. Hero and Demon are as white as a sheet. I probably am too. It's a hard story to believe, but he has no reason to lie to us. I think he speaks the truth. What? Are you kidding me? A statue going around killing people and cursing them? Impossible! Then how do you explain the mark on his neck? Logic would dictate that the moving statue we saw the cannon soldier. I miss it's okay, I'll post it up later. So we're in the search of a cannon soldier. Apparently he's the one who gave us this mark. Four of us, I should say, the mark, supposedly. And that mark is going to kill us within a few hours. So we're trying to stop and appease the ghost before it kills us. So that's generally what we're trying to do. And try to figure out the mystery of the cannon soldier so we can stop him. Pretty much. Gah! The dormant soldier suddenly starts moving after 50 years. That might be the cause of mine and Hero's marks. What if you flip that, though? Both of your grandpas got the mark from the cannon soldier. When the soldier stopped moving, their marks disappeared. But with it started up again, you got them because you're their descendants. Oh, that's interesting. If that's true, then the children inherited their parents' fate. Hero can't seem to muster up any kind of counter-argument. I think she's in shock. I want to ask you something, old man. You say the cannon soldier stopped moving 50 years ago. But why? Oh, not a problem, Matty Mongo. I think it was some spiritual person used a thingamajig to do something. That pretty much sums it all up. So you have no idea. It's the most important part. Try to remember. It's not that easy, son. The mark might have made me forget. Ah, that's right. Taking his age into account, it's more likely it just completely slipped his mind. It seems we must defeat the cannon soldier to be free of our marks. We'll have to figure it out on our own, if he can't be of more help. You seem a pro at this, Black. We'll be relying on you. I don't have spiritual powers or anything. But you've already faced down 4 different spirits, haven't you? A normal person wouldn't have survived. Fair point. Now he says that, I guess he's right. I've been hearing a mysterious voice a few times and having weird premonitions. I even caught myself unconsciously talking when we were down in the shelter. So what are you folks gonna do now? Good question. So it's the project that started it, but then should we stop the soldier? Not too sure. I don't think this really makes a difference because we'll be searching it anyway. Maybe the soldier, I guess? Let's investigate the soldier in the shelter. We'll need to do something about that to get rid of your marks. If I'm descended from someone on the project, then mine might disappear too. I guess we're going back in then. Hero's still kind of sulking, but she's at least recovering from her shock. We all share the same fate. It's too late to try to run away. Yep, you should find it there. The heart of everything that's causing the curse. You need that to stop the cannon soldier. That's what my gut's telling me. What are you going to do then? I'm full now, so I was going to go take a nap at that park nearby. I'll sit and wait until you fellas do something about that soldier. Wait just a minute, you old fart. Didn't we just say that it's too late to run away? Okay, I get it. Well, you folks did feed me, so I guess I can help you. Alright. We're gonna switch partners, because I don't want Hero anymore. I actually want the old man. And he's so happy about it, too. Let's see. So let's go to bed. Rest in peace, Mary. Oh. Might as well leave a save right here just in case. Can we go? There we go. Alright, back to South Alley! Yeah, if anything else, I want the old man and his wisecrack ideas and comments and whatever. I want it all. I want everything. Even though this is a residential area, the street is completely deserted. Oh, so that's all it was? Oh, okay. I missed that last time, so I had to know what that said. Alright, going to take a look at my map. Alright, so it's telling me to go down here. I'm fine with that. Because we have the key now! Oop. It's really shining my flashlight. Voila! Whoa. There's a single out-of-place Buddha statue. Its head has been cut off. Yeah, it kind of figures. It's a Buddha statue. The headless Buddha statue is covered in dust. There's a talisman stuck to the neck, as if it's taken the place of its missing head. Well, I'll be more than happy to take that talisman away from you. Alright. We're on. We're alive. We're gonna scooch that over a little bit. Okay. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Sorry we're starting a little later than I anticipated. I had to get a couple of things done, which is fine. That's all good. Alright. So, last week, my internet was crashing, and it was my internet provider there was something wrong with the system or something. I don't know what the hell was going on, but sometimes the internet would work and sometimes it wouldn't. So that's what I was experiencing, is that it would work for a certain period of time before the system would crash and then come back on and then crash again. So that's what happened. They did eventually fix it, and I did do a test run just to see how long it can go and how well it was working, and so far it was working pretty fine. So there is that. So hopefully it doesn't crash. I'm starting to think Deathmark does not want to be finished. It's like, no, you have to stay playing this game forever. Otherwise, all hell will break loose. And I'm like, no. Deathmark, you're okay of a game at most. I'll talk about that later when we finally finish it today. Which we should be able to. Alright. Ooh, actually, I forgot to pull up something. Give me a second. I am pulling up the handy dandy guide because why the hell not? That's what I did last time. Just because I'm kind of done with just trying to figure out how to do everything. It's not that big of a deal to look up the guide for this one, other than for the final fight. So according to the last stream that I looked through, we met the homeless dude, and we could actually partner up with him. I was originally going to partner up with him, but when the stream crashed without me realizing it, I eventually came to the realization that all the men here, you cannot choose them. Well, you can, but there's no point. It has to be hero. Now, throughout the whole entire game, depending who you choose, you can either continue fighting the enemy, or if you choose the wrong person, you end up dying, like automatically dying. Surprisingly, in this case, it's actually 2 of the people that you cannot choose, which is kind of stupid in my opinion that they did that, but whatever. Whatever. Alright, ooh, I like this one. So I think this is our second time going through the sewer. Or is it the first time? There's blood. It's a blood stain. Let's fill it. I run my fingers over it and realize that something's stuck on the floor. I keep scratching at it until it starts to crease, and I manage to pull it off the floor. Worn out talisman. Alright, just trying to figure out what part are we at. And pick up the worn out talisman. Yeah, it's a talisman. We all know how talismans work, everybody. Alright, so we got through S Road. Alright, it says to go down. And take a look around. Oh, that looks conspicuous. The seams seem to be old blood. It crackles and breaks off into flakes when I run my fingers over it. Okay. Oh, that. Please go away from it. Thank you. It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Open the door with the underground shelter key, because that's what we got last time. Oh, had to enter through it. There's a single out-of-place Buddha statue. Its head has been cut off. Alright, Buddha statue, what's your story? Tell me about it. I want to know. Look, looks like you have like 6 arms going on. What's up with 6 arms? Why 6? Why not 20? What's special about 6? It's a Buddha statue. The headless Buddha statue is covered in dust. There's a talisman stuck to the neck, as if it's taken the place of a missing head. Alright, talisman, thank you. Alright. We're going to take a look inside of the iron box. What are these doing here? The box is packed with carelessly tossed Buddhist head statues. A real actual head can clearly be seen among them. It's dry and mummified, but going by the long hair, it's probably female. Most likely one of the experiment's victims. Huh, so this is where it was. Let's take it and bring it to its owner. I thought you'd say that. Oh, just kidding. Ha ha ha. I feel Harold's gaze on me. New info was added to the spirit file. The box in the warehouse, number 1. I can only carry one head. I need to choose which one to take. Alright, we got a lot of Buddha heads, and Buddha is kind of important in this, but what's most important right now is the woman's head, because we got some information talking about a woman's head with the male's body. So that's a little bit more important than anything, so we're going to choose that. Alright. Get the hell out of here. I said, get the hell out of here. Ooh, spooky. Creepy ass face popping up just like, hey, 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 sup, sup, sup. Let's see. And I think I need to go up one more time. Okay, that'll take us there. And that will take us to over here. Now, technically, I've actually already beaten the game. Not from last week's stream. I was actually close to beating it, but then I stopped it when I realized the stream just shot the bed, pretty much. But I did replay this during my testing stream, and I tried to get the good ending for this one, or the second time round. So I did get that. But I'm curious what the normal ending is, and I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna get, because we let some people die, so. Yeah. Okay, is this what I did already? No, I don't think that's what we're supposed to do. Let me double check what do we have, because I don't... Suji Bell. So does that mean I can go to the other way? Because we didn't get the 11 die thing. It says we're supposed to get the 11 die, so I guess maybe... Okay, Blink's gun. Palm pistol. It's unreliable. Right, but the request to be cancelled. Sure. I tried touching the human head, but it doesn't fit very well. Alright, it's not that. Okay. So I guess we already did this. Okay. I just only peeked at the ending of everything, so I don't know what officially we've done. So let's go forward. There's no need to ever take a left, because that'll take us to the north alley, and there's no point in going there. Okay, let's go to the right. Nothing? Okay, okay, nothing. I thought something would happen right there, but that's fine. What about this way? Nothing? Okay, okay. Maybe I'm ready for the final battle. Am I? I don't think I am, but maybe. Maybe I am. It seems to be old blood. It crackles and breaks off into flakes when I run my fingers over it. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, this ain't the way. Looks like it's been... Sure, try to add that. But it doesn't fit very well. I could have figured. Oop. Okay, so where have I been then? Sorry, let me take a look-see. Okay, I don't have one of the weapons I actually need. Or at least according to what I have. Wait, what was that? What's here? Something inside the metal cabinet. Oh, well, why the hell would you give me a prompt for that, then? That's a waste of my time. Code. Palm pistol. Oh shit, where am I then? Some stuff has been done, I just don't know what else to do then. Because I can't do anything with that yet. I just don't think so. So maybe I do have to go up here? Let me double check. So that's the... Or maybe I did have to go through here. Ah, here we go. I can hear your victory chant coming from the other side of the intersection. My frames are dropping like crazy. I don't like that. I fucking hate my internet provider. Let's see. I'm sure I can keep moving forward. I take one step forward and... electric current runs through my body. My muscles seize up. Oh shit. Which one is this? Okay. Alright, he wants to sing us a song! The final battle in the homeland. I have no idea what the fuck this is. Cheer for the final battle in the homeland. 100 million honorable deaths. Hopefully I'm looking at the right one. Once more, declare our resolve to strike back with the air raids. We won't lose even if our country's reduced to ashes. Show your determination. We won't lose. The land of gods is indestructible?
Yeah. Yeah.
Our army has fought bravely from the southern tropics to the northern Arctic, but the tide still hasn't turned in our favor. What do you think? Can we win this crusade? If the kamikaze winds below. I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to know this without looking this shit up, or trial and error, which is kind of stupid. You're pretty promising for a new recruit. Keep a good eye on the squad. Farewell. Yeah, get the hell out of here. Alright, well, we survived, so I'm okay with it. It's the iron door, and we opened it. But first, or we unlocked it, but first let's look at these bones. Human bones, looks like the person was crushed to death. Something's written on the wall in blood. It says, I. Now I'm just being stupid. Alright. It's the operating room in the southern section. But on this table is... it's a corpse. With a severed head, no surprise. A headless corpse is lying there. Ew. Spooky! Yeah, the chainsaw freaked me out. I didn't scream, but it's like, ugh, chainsaw. Why is there a chainsaw here? Going by what remains of its clothing, it was likely a woman. Okay. Door's locked. Well, fine, I don't want... And there's also drilling, too. I didn't appreciate the drilling. It's missing not only its head, but also all of its limbs. What kind of torture was this? A headless corpse was lying on top of the operating table. The head I picked up earlier might fit on this corpse's neck. Should I try attaching the head? Yes. I tried touching the human head. The human head fits the severed neck perfectly. The world suddenly distorts. A horrific scene appears before my eyes. This is the woman on the operating table? Some kind of experiment is being performed on her. I must be seeing the past. The sound triggers a change in views. Men in lab coats holding surgical tools. But they don't look like they're alive. The ghosts of the researchers seem to be stuck forever in the nightmare of the past. I can hear the men whisper from my left side. Hey, she's awake! Don't worry, she'll be dead soon anyway. True enough. Then something else interrupts. You. This time it's a cold whisper from my right. You can hear me, can't you? Don't be afraid. Soon? The voice on my right cuts off and I can hear the men in lab coats again. Another live or die choice. Hey woman, which of these tools do you want us to use to cut your neck? This is for you. So we'll let you decide. Alright. According to the guide, a chisel. And I believe that's also part of one of our notes too, so that's fine. Good answer, you're pretty smart. Unfortunately, you'll soon be saying goodbye to that clever head of yours. It's valuable material. We'll cut it off nicely. Safe! Shut up, you're just like a pig. This is why I hate handling women. Be patient. We finally found a clue. Not yet. Wait. Now, give you power. The whisper from my right falls silent. Yeah, I never dreamed breaking from our usual method would go so well. Hey, Big, do you understand? Do you know the correct combination of head and body for the heavenly Buddha? Again, we got a hint of that, which was a female head and a male body. Precisely, and that's why we need your head. Gladly offer it up for the sake of our beloved country. The problem is the soul freshness. Regardless of refrigeration, it's all up to the quality of the cut. Though there are only so many available methods, this is all the equipment we have. Then to the freezer. The voices on the left cut out. A determined voice echoes in my right ear. Hate, 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 hate this whole world. Tear it to pieces. The power to do that. I'll give it all to you, in a place where you hear me now. Hate them. Destroy them. Understand? Yes, yes, or yes. I choose number 2. Safe. That was like really hard to decide, man. I don't know. It seemed really hard. All I had was yes, yes, yes to choose from. Very difficult choice, everybody. Very difficult. Destroy them. When I return to my senses, I'm standing beside the operating table. Survived! Just then, something slides out of the hand of the corpse on table. Small key, sweet. I need that. But what I just saw... No, more importantly... The voice that kept speaking from my right side. Who was that? You don't look so good. Did you see something weird again? Yeah, actually. Explain to Hiro what I just saw. A horrible tragedy happened here in the past. It's possible that whatever triggered it might have been whoever the voice belonged to. Who cares about that? Erasing the mark is more important right now. Well, I'm not sure about that part, but... Hiro's right. This isn't helping us accomplish our goal. We need to search for whatever gave birth to the spirit. Yeah, that's fair. Let's keep looking. That small key I just found might belong to the cabinet here. Turn my attention to the mark on my wrist. It isn't coming yet. I glance over at Hiro, but they don't seem to be acting differently at all. Death should be slowly closing in on us, but it seems we still have time. What's important right now is making sure we survive. Mysterious human experiments. Alright. Not gonna bother with that, so let's just go. I open the door using the small key. There's an old gun and some research records. Alright, there you go. Suddenly, berserk, severe damage, sutra chanting, complete insanity. Only those who made themselves deaf managed to remain sane. Spiritualization, like disposal vat. Need sacred object. Attack. Destroy human head. The heart of all this. Need to destroy human head. That's all it says. Got Gone with Blanks and Research Records 3. Nice! Alright, let's get the hell out of here, man. And take a left, to the left, to the left, to the left. It's a abandoned skeleton. How's it going, man? The corpse looks like it might crumble at any second. Alright, talisman, sweet. And I believe we can unlock this door. And this is where it takes us to the northern section, so we don't need to bother with that because there's nothing in there and we already got everything in there, so again, why bother? So just to show that off. And we mostly just came to that part just to get the talisman, because I like talismans. Come on, man. Alright, ooh. Sorry, I was looking at the guide. I'm like, okay, where are we going, guide? The door is stained with blood. Obviously. Upon closer look, it's countless handprints. The keyhole is perfectly fine. I could open the door if I had the key. Well, gee. I wonder what key that could have been. Inside the room are a number of Buddha statues. They're all missing their heads. It seems this is where they stored all the various statues that they gathered through theft or donations. It feels like something's here. Maybe this is where the heart of the curse or the source of the spirit is. Not my friends. Frames? You good, Frames? Gosh. Don't crash on me, please. I don't want another crash. I'm so paranoid about a freaking crash again. I braced myself for input from the other me. But it doesn't seem like that's happening. Does that mean I should already know? Yes. Well, that was spooky. When it was covered with blood for like 2 seconds. Anyway, let's examine these Buddhas. The statue that seems to be a divine general. Its head has been severed. Excuse me. It's a statue with its head cut off. It's lying pitifully on the floor. The statue with its head cut off. It seems to be holding some kind of Buddhist ritual implement.
Okay.
It's a Vaisravana statue. It's missing its head. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but what else is new? The statue that looks like a Vidyaraja or something. It's missing one of its arms as well as its head. The statue with its head cut off. It looks like it held a weapon in its left hand. The statue that looks like a divine general. It has armor from the Tang dynasty. I searched all the statues. Every statue here has a male body. Suddenly, there's the sound of movement from within the box.
Ooh, box? What else is in the box, Jeff?
So many boxes here, too. I managed to open the box. Sheets of white paper are inside. They seem to be a multitude of talismans. Was something sealed here? Hero peers into the box beside me. So, was something in there? Well, my voice sounds distant. The cause of the curse, what birthed the spirit, there's nothing like that here. No, there's nothing here. What? What do you mean? Then what's that in your hand? Hero's right. It's not true that there's nothing inside. There's one thing. I never would have expected something like this. Something that doesn't belong here. Ooh, what is it? What is it? Tell me what it is! A box sealed by talisman has enshrined. Western style cushion! Yeah, we got a Western style fucking cushion. Hero sighs disappointed. Guess we're out of luck. No way this thing gave birth to a spirit. True. But the state of this room and the voices, something important was definitely sealed up in this place at one point. Yet there's nothing here. Well, that's unfortunate. The thing we're searching for, where the hell did it go? A long silence falls between us. It is then that a now familiar pain flares up. The mark burns scarlet. It immediately is dyed a deep crimson. Death is only a few minutes away. Gah! What's going on? Is death closing in on us all of a sudden? No, it's... The spirit is here. It's here. We're here. Did we seriously just lock the fucking door? A low sutra chant trembles in the air. It feels like my whole body is numb. It may be because of that hum. Alright, so this is why it's kind of important to have Hero on your team, because she's going to be using the fucking bell throughout this whole entire thing. If you recall the information about the bell, it says only women, like priestess women, can use it. So there's that. And we're going to take a gun with blanks and use a bell. And surprisingly, it doesn't mention anything about a combo, but this is how you're supposed to do it. And you're also supposed to use the blank gun first because of this. Black loses consciousness. Black shoots the gun with blanks. I grab the gun, but I can't control my hand. Turns the gun toward my head and fires! The blank explodes. My consciousness fades. There's a strong ringing in my ears, and it's preventing me from hearing the sutra chants. Hero's clutching her head like they can't hear anything either. The numbness has faded. And that's the thing about that gun, if you read the information. It said that if you shoot it, it'll have a very loud ringing sound that can make one deaf. So it's kind of important to know about that as well. Nothing happens. Cannon Soldier's yells make my heart clench. Hero was injured, Black was injured. Don't worry, we can take a few hits. We're tough. We're adults around here. Alright. Portable syringe gun. I think that's a gun. And then the Suju bell. Or Kagura bell, whatever. Alright, so as you notice, the spirit is first solid, but then he turns translucent. That's where the bell comes in and helps with that, so he can turn solid again. The spirit fades and becomes intangible. We can still fuck him up, though. Spirit turns solid again. I'll stop your screaming, Hero. We don't need to hear that shit. Uh-oh, am I missing a sword? I think I'm missing a sword. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, because I'm supposed to have 2 swords. That's weird. I'm supposed to have 2 swords. Uh-oh. Well, you might actually die into this. Alright, become intangible. Fuck you up again. Gets real close and shows us his beautiful little smile. Oh, he's so happy to see us. He's so happy to murder us. Aw. Oh, there's my second sword. Jeez. Oh, he was in range, that's why. Okay. So use my sword and keep using the bell. And Hiro is ready to, like, shit her pants. It's pretty funny. The spirit stops. I guess the attack finally worked. Out of nowhere, footsteps approach behind me. A voice yells comically, and whoever it is puts their hand on my back. But I can't take my eyes off the spirit before me. Banshee? Is that you? What are you doing? Instead of replying, he shoves something into my hand. It's a large chisel with a grip stained in blood. This is...
I found it in that room in the mansion.
In that instant, I understand everything. The heart of the curse that we were searching for. The object that gave birth to the spirit. So it was kept in Cujo Mansion? Thanks. I'm going to use it. Alright. I grab the chisel and face the spirit. Use the chisel and just do that. And it says to use right ear. I don't know why right ear specifically, but it's right here. So your guess is as good as mine as how that makes sense. I drop the chisel in its right ear. It stares at me dispassionately. Alright, peace the fuck out, motherfucker. This boss fight pissed me off in the last stream. It would have been funny to see because it took me forever to figure it out, but... Oh well. Finally it smells and disappears. The statue stops moving and collapses. It stopped, right?
Seems so. I don't got the mark anymore, so there's no doubt about it.
Dun dun dun! We still have our mark. Once again, I'm the only one still cursed. Fuck.
Glad I made it in the nick of time. If my legs were in such good shape, it would have been over for us.
Thanks for saving us. But you know that was pretty reckless. I thought you said it's dangerous for a group of mark bearers to go somewhere haunted.
Oh yeah, you did mention something like that when I was eating. Completely slipped my mind.
Tell us, old man. What happened at the mansion?
I'm not quite sure myself, but I'll tell you what I know. After you left, I wandered the place looking for something to eat. My mark hurt like hell right by a room. I slipped inside and found a bunch of chisels and things.
It must be in that room I found.
I was kind of out of it because of the mark at that point, but I noticed one of the chisels was glowing all weird with a dark light. I knew right away that it was having some awesome spiritual power.
You could tell, huh? But what made you decide that you had to bring the chisel here? You seem sure to be effective against the cannon soldier.
I heard a voice when I picked it up. It reminded me of a lady, sorta. It said, to bring the chisel to you. And that's when it hit me. It was what I've been looking for.
Oh, that thing you mentioned in the car. The heart of the curse that created the spirit.
Exactly that. So I hooked it over to give it to you.
When I looked through that room before, Yasoka said that the Kujo family used to create Buddha statues a long time ago. It's possible that chisel was used to create the statue that became the cannon soldier. I don't know what that voice was that he heard. Probably something like the mysterious voice that guided me before. You know, I haven't heard it in a while.
And that's what happened. So we headed back to the mansion then. Black? For one, I'm hungry. But I bet demons were too. I left without saying a word after all.
Yeah. Searching for documents on the mark. Carting all the statues out. It'll take more than a day to do all that. We should go back to the mansion and figure out what to do next. What? We're leaving already? I wanted to examine this place. I glanced at the statue fallen to the floor. Sorry, but you'll have to do that another time. Fine. I exchanged not one word about this shelter to anyone else. I'm going to study every inch of it. Yeah, okay.
Hey now, this is my home. Can't you have rooting around here?
That's just you saying that. You don't legally live here. I'll bring you food, so stop complaining.
Much obliged. Give me that yummy food.
We return to the concrete passageway. I might be imagining it, but it feels like the air in here is a little less stagnant than it was before. That's nice. Alright. Give me 1 second, everybody. I need to make a quick pause, but I'll be right back. My apologies about that, everybody. Sometimes, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Anyway. We climb out of the manhole in M Now South Alley. Damon runs up to us, drenched in sweat. He looks even worse than usual. He probably shouldn't have run. I found you. Hey, old man. Why did you suddenly sprint out of the mansion? My mark is gone now, too. What in the world happened?
I had something to give Black. Isn't that right, hero?
I guess. I'd rather not think of the consequences if you hadn't made it in time. I'm not sure I follow, but it seems he really helped you out. Well then, if I must do my investigation another day, are we splitting ways here? Our marks are gone now. Black still has his, though. This always happens. I'm used to it. But now I might be able to change that. I finally discovered where the statues stolen from H. Shrine are.
I'm lost, but I'm glad for you.
It's thanks to all of you. I'll figure the rest out myself. You should all return to your regular lives. You're saying we should split up then? You sure you'll be okay? Something will work out eventually. Besides, this is Sayakujo's dying wish. I want to respect it. Huh. Well, thanks. I'll head back then. I've been missing all those chemical smells from the lab. Yeah, get back to your chemical labs and take a few steps for me, okay? Good to hear your research is exciting, but don't forsake your humanity over it and end up like Miss Zoo. Like I do that! It's not even funny, by the way! Oh yeah, Mr. Black. Whenever you want to get those statues, I'll help out. Until then, see you. Alright, fare thee well, Miss Hiro. I'll be off as well. Honestly, all this has put a strain on me. I'm barely staying upright. Whatever you do, don't collapse on your way home, please. Hey, Black. One day I'm hoping to let the public know about the underground shelter. For the sake of the wandering souls without a proper burial. I'd like it if you helped with it. See you around. Later, Doc.
Guess I'll go too.
You're not returning to the shelter, are you?
I'm not that brave. The soldier's gone, but there's plenty other things down there. I'll give it a few days to settle.
So you're still planning on going back? I'm not sure I'd call that a smart move.
Comes with living this kind of life. I'll bunker down in the park or under a bridge until things calm down. See you, Black. Bring more food next time, yeah?
The former mark bearers have all left. I should probably head to the mansion myself. I've got to decide what to do next. I hear a voice calling from behind me. I turn to see Banshee in the middle of the road staring intently at me. What's wrong?
I remember now.
His eyes are as wide as saucers.
I forgot because of the mark, but I've met you before.
The gasp. What? No, Banshee. Say it isn't so. Who am I? Tell me, old man. Who am I? What? What do you mean?
Well, let me think.
He scratches his chin. I know his memories are probably all a mess having just gotten them back, but I don't have time to wait for him.
Ah, yes. We first met 5 years ago, and then again 10 days ago.
I feel like I've been struck by lightning. I first arrived at Cujo Mansion 10 days ago. That means I met him before I lost my memories. I need to know. Who in the world am I?
I couldn't say. I wasn't interested in asking your name, and you didn't give it.
Then tell me what you do know. Tell me about myself, please.
Okay. I owe you for the food, so ask.
What should I ask about? Alright, how about 5 years ago? What the fuck happened? How do I know you from 5 years ago? And how do you know me and remember my face from 5 years ago? Tell me, old man, tell me.
You showed up at the shelter.
Wanted to know about the Heavenly Buddha project. Gave me food.
Huh, actually. You were more focused on the Cujo family than the cannon soldier.
Why did we talk about them?
The head of the town was majorly involved in the project. He was famous for his spiritual power, so the army asked him to help. He loaned them a number of his family's prized sacred treasures. You really zeroed in on that bit.
Do you know what exactly the army got?
Yeah, the shelter had a list. A mirror, a chisel, Buddha statues, cursed objects, and holy talismans. They were all returned to the family.
Which means they're all in the mansion now.
You kept popping by a few times till one day you just did it. Only saw you next 10 days ago.
Next is 10 days ago.
I just seen the cannon soldier, and you can bet I booked it out in the manhole. I ran into you on the street. Had to treat me to food to celebrate. Thanks for that, by the way.
I'm so generous. Benji's talking about the person I was before I lost my memories. It's weird to hear about myself this way.
You'd mentioned you'd been overseas. You'd only come back recently, about a month ago. Oh, and that's when I learned of the mark. You told me about it. It slipped my mind till just now.
By the time was my right arm?
Yeah, it had the mark. You were acting all odd, though. You'd go to remember something, then stumble over the words.
The curse was probably in the late stages. In fact, I'd completely forgot my name and passed a few hours after that.
By the by, I've got something to tell you. This here Buddha Banshee Ito is of much noble character than regular folk. That's why I laid a detached life away from the world's vulgarities.
What are you trying to say?
I could be crazy desperate, but I never shame my dear departed mum or divine providence. You will understand.
No, you're actually losing me, man.
I'm saying I never resort to stealing, even dying of hunger. Here, these are yours. Here's your sign.
He pulls out a wristwatch and a wallet. Each looks like an antique. They're inlaid with subtle designs.
You forgot them at the restaurant.
Let me see them. I grabbed them both and rushed to open the wallet. But there's no ID inside. There's no driver's license or company card with an ID in it when you got it.
Don't ask me. You said you forgot your old wallet somewhere and lost it. It was probably in there.
Oh. I look at what else is in the wallet. Bills, coins, and a number of familiar business cards. Sayakujo Spirit Healer.
Ah, those things. You tried to give me one. Told me to go there if I remembered anything. But I gave it back. I don't make a habit of carrying useless stuff.
Sayakujo's card was in my pocket when I first arrived at Kujo Mansion. I must have been the one Banshee returned. It must have been the one Banshee returned. There's no doubt about it. I had lost all my memories after I met Banshee. I've asked everything I want to know, but something's still bugging me. Did I say anything about the mark when you saw me 10 days ago?
Well, I was so focused on eating that I wasn't paying full attention.
Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, you said the same thing as Hiro about the cannon soldier. There's no way a human head on a statue will make it move.
But it did actually move.
That's what I thought too. And then you said something strange. You said what happened 50 years ago wasn't because of the project. It was all because of her.
Her?
That's not all. You said she gave you the mark, that she loved watching you lose your memories and fear death. You made her kick the bucket once, but she came back to life. You said you needed to do the same thing done 50 years ago to get rid of her.
My heart wants to beat on my chest. I can feel sweat run down my face. There's no way I can keep calm. Before I lost my memories, I'd known who had cursed me with the mark.
Hey, old man! Who's she? Did I tell you? I wanted to know too, so I asked. But you couldn't answer me. I don't think you were trying to hide it. You just honestly didn't remember.
Was that because of the mark? Well, that's a shame.
Well, that's all I can tell you. Black, we should get going soon.
Go? Where?
I'll tell you in your car. I'm real tired of standing. I'd like to sit for a bit.
There's no point arguing here. I'll just get it out of him once we're in the car. Alright, my past self. Yes. Alright, let's get in this car and find out what's going on.
Nope, the mansion's out of the way.
Benji clambers into the backseat of the car. His heavy scent fills the closed space.
I can finally catch my breath. Now then, driver, take us to the Forest by H Castle.
Yes, sir.
Skirt!
I drive down the familiar road. All lights along the way are strangely green. We reach our destination without me having to slow down the car once. The engine chugs along. I feel the wheels of fate turning like those in the car I'm riding.
10 days ago, I promised. In exchange for you buying me an extra order of almond jelly, if you did forget everything, I'd take you to H Shrine.
Alright, that's a big fat spam, so let's... Sorry, just give me 1 second. There we go. Sorry, little spam. Time to get out. Alright. Sounds like I prepared for everything. But if I was that careful, why didn't I leave myself a clue? Why prepare if I was just going to forget? Did the curse progress faster than expected so there wasn't time? Or did someone get rid of it? But if I had business at a shrine, why didn't I go there while I still had my memories?
Something about timing. Waiting for some magic somewhere clean to clear away impurity.
Suddenly my old self echoes in my head. I speak the words out loud slowly as realization dawns. The summer purification rites. The rites held at shrines to exorcise evil. On the last day of June, you pass through woven reeds to cleanse yourself. I was trying to use that ritual to exorcise the impurity.
Ah, gotcha! Luckily, today's the 1st of July, so the rites are whatever I done. Should be no problem now.
Exorcise the impurity, huh? What kind of impurity was I trying to cleanse? The more I learn, the less I understand. My previous self is like a complete stranger to me. Yeah, what the heck? Cleanse impurity? What? And this was in the forest that we have been here like, I don't know, 4 times already? Yeesh. Sick of this forest, honestly. Sick of looking at it. How many times have I come to this forest now? More than I can count. The creepy arch and thick trees look the same as always.
You know where each shrine is, yeah? Lead the way.
You've never been there?
First I heard of it was 10 days ago.
Okay. Let's go. Benji and I push through the vegetation and make our way down the beast trail. We pass under the stone Torii gate. Thank God the game is nice enough to make us automatically take us there instead of making us go through the maze, because I'm not in the mood for that. And finally arrive at the desolate H shrine. The few headless Buddha statues that are left shine in the light of the flashlight.
So the statues used in the project were stolen from here?
Yeah, that's right.
Is it really true the statues are connected to the mark somehow?
I've considered the possibility that the mark was caused by their divine wrath. But 10 days ago... She said what happened 50 years ago wasn't because of the project. It was all because of her. This course I've been following this whole time. Then, at some point, I had to have been fed some huge lie. But what could it be? A shudder runs through me at the thought. It feels like I'm looking to the depths of hell.
You said 10 days ago that altar holds something important. Something about needing to keep it here to exorcise the impurity.
He approaches the small altar and puts his hand on the sliding door.
Huh? What's going on here? The thing's empty.
Don't ask me. It was already gone when I was here earlier.
Well, that's darn weird. You said there was a cloth pouch.
What was inside?
A small fist-sized statue. A ninjibutsu or something. It was the ghost Shintai for the shrine. The Kujo had used it in the shelter to stop the mess 50 years ago.
And again, it's the Kujo family. They must have strong ties to the mark.
Well, this is about all I can do for you. At least it was enough to pay up for the dessert. We should head back, son.
Right. I'm still unsure about what my old self was thinking, but it's clear whatever plan I had didn't work. Where did the ninjibutsu go? On the way back, I feel reluctant to go. I keep turning to look toward the shrine. Each time I do, Banshee hurries me on to the forest entrance.
Well, this is where we part ways.
You're not going to ride back with me?
I'm going to be honest with you. I got a bit carsick on the way here. You drive like a maniac. Flat roads are fine, but the curves and hills did me in. I just got a nice meal and I hate to throw it up, so I'll walk back.
But it's pretty far from here.
Kids are such wimps these days. When I was young, I used to walk across the Himalayas all the time. This ain't nothing.
His laugh is loud enough for the whole forest to hear. He waves and leaves me alone. Once he's out of sight, I get into the car. Well, thanks for all your help, Banshee. Don't sure how well that helped us, but, you know, at least he gave us something. And at least he met us and knew somewhat who we were. I pull out of the deserted parking lot and drive back to the mansion. As I count the streetlights passing by, I go over everything Banshee told me. 50 years ago, in the shelter, the The cannon soldier went berserk, but it wasn't because of the army's experiments. It was her. The army was unable to stand up to the threat of her and the soldier. But the Kujo family had used the ninjibutsu to settle everything. However, she still existed in this time period. She was the one who gave me my mark. Before I lost my memories, I was planning on using the ninjibutsu like they did before. I left it at each shrine so it could be cleansed of its impurity. But somewhere along the line, it went missing. Past me probably couldn't have predicted that would happen. Yeah, probably. I'm almost back at Kujo Mansion. As my drive comes to an end, I focus on what the most important detail is. That's right, who she is. I have a hunch about her identity, but I can't be sure yet. And that definitely proves that she was there. 50 years ago, she made the cannon soldier move down in the shelter. The Kujo family's head sealed her. They would have brought her to the mansion. The secret objects for the project, of which she was one, were returned to the Kujos. I gripped the steering wheel tighter. If there were any way to defeat her, it just has to be in the mansion. I don't have any solid proof, but the fragments of my memories are whispering to me. And what are they saying, boy? What are they saying? The entrance doesn't look any different. My mark burns. The sharp pain nearly brings me to my knees. It seems she has no intention of hiding her presence any longer. Pursuit of the truth. Let's see. Mark bearer. I don't care. Alright, let's take a look. See, what do we got? Which is found in the locked room. The mansion the handle is stained with blood, evidence of grim deeds. Let's have a chit chat. Done. Done. Done! So we meet again. Mary's voice is soft. I know now. Behind those words is hidden intense lust for blood. You came back to life rather quickly. You gave me nearly a whole day, more than enough time. I admit that Rabbit's attack surprised me, but unexpected events can themselves be rather enjoyable. When I brought Mary to a shrine, we caught sight of the rabbit there. It might have suspected Mary's true nature. That rabbit. Its great love for you pushed it into recklessness. What was that rabbit really? Determine that for yourself. Who are you? Know that, and the answer will come. Though it is impossible so long as you bear the mark I gave you. Mary gave me the mark. I had a hunch, but hearing it from her lips fills me with dread. Just what are you trying to accomplish? Dragging the living to the depths of despair before killing them. I believe I explained that is the spirit's utmost desire and joy. And I had your cooperation with achieving that. Cooperation? That's ridiculous. Oh, have you not realized yet? You did bring those pathetic mark bearers directly to the spirits, did you not? They feared their spirit's existence, trembled in the face of death, the brief joy of their survival only to be crushed like miserable ants. I savored the taste of that fear and despair, most delicious. You had all of us help out, just to terrify the mark bearers even more? Clearly, I could have waited for the curses to complete if I only wanted them dead. That is not the only lie. Mark bearers must stay in small groups, Do not contact outsiders. All my instructions were to drive you into a state of emergency. And not once did you doubt me. I bet she's telling me all this because she wants me terrified with how hopeless the situation I find myself in. I'm frozen in place, and I know my face must be as pale as death. She must be loving this. Don't tell me you created all those spirits just to accomplish that. Indeed. When Lady Christie believed divine wrath was the cause of the mark, I had never been more amused. Her foolishness was so delightful, I just had to come along with you. So you lied. Of course. How could a pile of broken statues possibly do anything? I could be imagining it, but I feel like she hesitated for a moment there. 50 years ago, I was sealed away by the head of the Cujo family. I awoke here 5 years ago. At the time, I was still unable to speak and communicate, but it seems my awakening alone caused a number of ripples. Those who died unfortunate deaths on cursed land became monstrous spirits. The H elementary abuse, the honeybee mass suicide, Seiko's assault and suicide, they all happened 5 years ago. I finally regained my full power a little over a month ago. Then the Buddha statue connected to me 50 years ago began moving. The woman killed by the statue was also influenced by my power. That must be the Candace soldier and Tsukawa. Tsukawa believed it was divine oracle from the soldier when it really had been Mary. She did as the great Azura said and transformed herself into a Mizu. Once my strength returned, I again bestowed my power on spirits. It connects humans to me and manipulates them into a panic. The mark. I know you've been toying with us, but well, was there really need to make us be connected to you in some way? Of course. By being in direct contact with you, I could taste your fear. Even now. Are you scared of me, Lord Black? Fuck no. Very admirable. Yeah, you didn't like that now, huh? Well, here's more no's. No, I ain't scared of you. Come on, who's scared of a little lolly? Come on now. Her porcelain face cracks. Ever since you declared that you would fight the mark, I have waited eagerly for this day. Over the past 10 days, I have tasted your fear through the mark. Thick and syrupy, as sweet as honey. Each savored morsel made me want to smash you to pieces. But I waited. I'm not so foolish as to kill a goose that lays golden eggs. But I cannot take it anymore. I like crushing a ripe fruit and sipping its juices. I want to break you down and savor your sweet fear. Ew, what's up with your face right there? Just bah! Bah, bah, bah. The mark is dyed a crimson, deep crimson. A few minutes left until death closes in. Oh boy, here we go. My thoughts blur together suddenly. What happens to a mark bearer right before dawn? I've seen it many times. Is that what's happening to me now? Lord Black, wait for me. I'll kill. I can hear Mary stand up over by the sofa. At this rate, the rabbit's fate will be mine too. I have to run away. Check within the red in my room. Something whispers in my ear. That's right, that voice. But what does my room mean? Focus. Who does that voice belong to? Yosoka. She said it was someone who loved me. Live or die. Alright, so we have to choose the one whose room it is. Mary's coming closer. Where should I run? Alright, we go to Saya's room. Saya is the one who loves us. Aw, we're so loved. Even when we're about to get murdered, we're loved. I sprint at full speed up the stairs and fly into Saya's room. Safe! Much like the entrance hall, it's dark. The voice said, check within the red in my room. Is something there? But where should I look? Wow, the big red puddle on the fucking floor probably is a good hint to start. I mean, seriously, desk, bed, there's no red in there. There's literally a big pile of red blood on the fucking floor. Jeez, Ashram, jeez. Sayakuja's bloodstain is still on the floor. It's obviously dry by this point in time. There might be something lying on top of it. I can't be sure as it's too dark. Nothing was there the last time I was here. Picking it up, I discovered that it's a small pouch. Inside is a hard, thin object. I move over to the moonlight to see it better. It's a small Buddha statue. It can't be. Is this the Nenjibutsu? It seems to be stained with blood, and I get an ominous feeling from it. The impurity. It hasn't been exorcised yet. I instinctively know the instant I see it. My mind is suddenly flooded with all my memories of the Nenjibutsu, one after another. 50 years ago, the head of the Kujo family used this to steal Mary's power. He put the Nenjibutsu inside her to seal her. Then, about a month ago, someone took it out. That person was me! Because of that, Mary regained her powers. The Nenjibutsu in my hand looks exactly as it did back then, full of impurity. Impurity that builds up from stealing Mary's power for 50 years. To cleanse it, I left the Nenjibutsu at the uncontaminated 8th shrine. It would take time to exorcise all the impurity. It's already July. The summer purification rite is over. So why is it still impure? The object the rabbit had in its mouth. It could have been carrying the pouch then instead of the master key. Then the Nenjibutsu was taken away from the atrium before the beginning of July. Maybe the rabbit saw Mary by the shrine and was scared that she would find it. So it had no choice but to steal it away. The door to the adjacent room's open. Mary must be looking for me. But she can sense the presence of mark bearers. What's going on? Wait. Is it possible to say his blood is protecting me? Bring it to where I met my end. The voice whispers in my ear again. If this isn't where the voice's owner died, they must have met their end elsewhere. There's only one other place. While Mary's in the room next door, I sprint down to the entrance hall. I make a beeline to Mary's sofa and spot where the rabbit died. The voice that spoke to me and held me every time his spirit was closing in. If Saya was working through anything, it must have been that rabbit. Sensing something, I look down at my hand. Ta-da! The Nenjibutsu's impurity is gone. Is this what you've been telling me, Saya? I speak to the departed woman who's guided me as I struggled without memories. Put the Nenjibutsu, the source of the doll's curse, present to the black mark. Then the whisper stops. The floorboards creak ominously. I raise my head to the staircase, rising into the darkness before me. A dark figure stands on the landing. Yeah, it doesn't look like she's standing. It looks like she's floating. I found you! So you did. Come at me, bitch. Ow! Why so many marks? That's rude. And it kind of hurts. Stop. The mark scorches me. My head goes blank. Mary's coming closer. My body won't listen to me.
Ah! Lord Black!
Mary closes her hands around my neck. She's trying to kill me. Well, no shit, Ashram. I squeeze the Nenjibutsu, and the fog that's impending my thoughts lifts. It's still a struggle to think. I should be able to move my arm now. Put the Nenjibutsu on the source of the curse. I only have one chance. Where should I stick the Nenjibutsu? Well, it's set on the black mark, and that is on her right arm, as we saw from the picture before. I managed to drag my impossibly heavy arm and stick the Nenjibutsu to Mary's right arm. Like so. She's hiding it. But I'm sure that's where the black mark was.
Ah! Ah!
Marks bloom on Mary, one after another. They're all the color of blood. It's like they're the curse of those she killed. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Survived. Mary shattered into dust. Did I really do it? I hesitantly looked down at my right arm.
The mark is gone! It's gone!
Finally! Jesus Christ! I did it! I finally did it! I have to say it out loud to convince myself. A victory at the expense of Saya and the Mark Bearers' lives. I can't claim it's all over, but there's no harm being relieved for now. The fog clouding my mind clears away. My memories slowly return to me. I look around in dimly lit hall again. I know this mansion well, because I'm... The clock on the second floor begins chiming, wildly like it did 10 days ago. When I make my way to it, it stops. Almost as if it has a will of its own. That's right, this grandfather clock. I think a skilled ancestor of the Kujo family crafted it. That one chisel may have been used to make it. That's right, inside this clock. I open the door and stick my hand inside. My fingers brush something hard. Taking it out, I realize it's a voice recorder. I press the play button. Nasan, this is Masamune Kujo. It's a man's voice, a voice I know all too well. It's my voice. I decided to leave this record behind in case something happened. That Dell may dispose of any files or documents. I'm banking on her overlooking a piece of technology. As I listen, I start to remember recording this. I'd done it right before I received the mark from Mary. Now, where should I begin? It started 5 years ago, 2 years after I became the Kujo family head. My sister Saya and I found the doll in a wooden box while sorting the warehouse. The moment I broke the seal and saw her, I could sense something sinister. But it took a while longer to fully understand what she truly is. If only there had been records. But great-grandfather who sealed her didn't leave any before his early death. Because of that, his descendants weren't told about the doll. I managed to learn the doll had been loaned to an army lab during the war. A strange old man who lived in an underground shelter told me. Then I went to overseas to try to get more information on the doll. I got into an accident while away and was presumed missing. So Saya became the new family head. I wasn't able to contact her until after she had inherited the title. It wasn't something worth contesting. So I explained everything and had her keep up the facade that I was missing. Public records still stated Masumi Kudo was very much alive, of course. I couldn't have used my passport or license otherwise. I'm off topic. Sorry. I only just returned to the country last week. Other psychics abroad all agreed it would have been bad to leave the doll be. Nenjibutsu inside the doll still suppressed its cursed power, but I realized that it was almost at its limit. If I left it alone, it would crumble. Then, it'd be impossible to suppress the cursed power of the doll. That was worst case scenario. But what was to be done? The answer I came up with was to remove the Nenjibutsu from the doll temporarily. Then purity would be cleansed after a month stored in a pure area. Then, I'll place it back in the doll. If I succeeded, the doll's power will be sealed for a few more decades. But the problem is that 1 month. I have no idea what kind of curse will be released when the doll's unsealed. I'll do what I can to prevent disasters. But my power can't compare to the Nenjibutsu. I can't guarantee anything. There may be victims again, like the tragedy 50 years ago. But this is a necessary evil. It must be done in order to prevent even more people from falling victim. Sacrifice few for the greater of good. After this, I disassembled the doll and removed the Nenjibutsu. I pray everything goes according to plan, and the worst of evils is avoided. I hope this record isn't needed. But if the one listening to this has a loved one who's fallen victim to the curse, then I am very sorry. The recording ends there. Damn it! I clenched my fist so hard my nails dig into my palms. Yes, the voice on the tape was mine, but I'm furious with it. I don't know what that person at all. The mark has claimed so many victims over the past month, like the mark bearers. I even lost my little sister, Saya. Was she just another inevitable victim that this voice spoke of? I can't forgive him. Fuck him. I can't forgive him. Ever since I lost my memories, I've lived as Ashram Black. My blood boils out what Masumi Kujo did. And that is the end of the chapter. And all we have left is just the epilogue. Which I'm curious about because that should be the normal ending. So like I said before, I did get the good ending during my testing stream, so. 2 months have passed. The occasional cool breeze signals that summer is almost over. I spent my time putting the case of the mark to rest as best I can. I put Saya to rest by burying the rabbit and contacting the surviving mark bearers. Putting the Buddhist statues in places of honor was also one of those tasks. They weren't connected to the mark after all, but I couldn't just leave them there. Besides, Nenjibutsu saved me. With Yosoka, Damon, and Banshee's help, I carried the broken statues out of the shelter. We returned them to the rightful places. I hope Christy is happy about that. She'd be rather worried over them. By now, my memory has completely returned, but I still can't think of myself as Masamune Kujo. My memories of my past feel more like I'm reading someone else's biography. Legally, I am Masamune. I inherited Kujo Mansion. I'm not sure how to feel about it, but I think I'll consider it a way to pay Saya back for saving me. About Masamune Kujo. He became head of the Kujos 7 years ago. Scholarly inclined and introverted, he wasn't the type to be very social. He left all public appearances to Sayakujo, so not many knew what he looked like. As you see by the cutout face right there. The only photos of him are from small local newspapers. Masamune accidentally uncovered Mary in the family's warehouse 5 years ago. That discovery changed his life. I traveled extensively abroad in order to learn more about Mary. In one country, I got into an accident and fell into a coma for half a year. Even worse, that country proceeded to treat me as an unidentified traveler. I don't know if that was merely my terrible luck or if Mary's curse had something to do with it. When I was finally able to contact home, Saya had already become the new head. The rest was as the tape said. I had no idea that Mary's power is far greater than I had imagined. All my efforts to suppress her power were completely useless. My memories unraveled faster than I thought. How did Mary come to be in the first place? One theory says a doll maker in the 19th century used magic to create her. Another says the spirit of a young girl who died prematurely took up residence in a doll. In the end, it's still a mystery. No one knows what happened to create a doll like that. We only know that each of Mary's owners died tragic deaths. Shortly after the turn of the 20th century, she became to be owned by the head of the Kujos. He either didn't know the curse or simply didn't believe it. Disasters began befalling the family. Mary gained enough power to become sentient and produce spirits. Then the tragedy in the shelter happened. The seething grudges of the experiment's victims and the Buddha statues that may have triggered her awakening. Whatever Mary's true identity is, the fact remains she altered many people's fates. Mine and the mark bearers included. Speaking of, an update on the surviving mark bearers. Okay. Tsukasa Yoshoda is studying every day for the middle school exams next year. Probably trying to forget the events of that night. It seems he's even more obsessed with studying now. Shao Nagashima is picking fights, riding his bike, and doing whatever he wants as usual. But recently, out of the blue, I heard he's studying to become a police officer. Oh! Oh, so that's actually different! In the good ending, it said he was taking up baseball. Oh, but he wanted to become a police officer in name of the detective. Aw, cool. So this is slightly different. That's cool. That's cool. Suzumu Maya was able to see her father. I'm really happy for her, but asking a single guy like me for advice on couples reconciling is probably not the wisest idea, especially since I have nobody. Ita Nagamatsu, we didn't do shit with you, has gone back to surfing the BBS every day as usual. But what's new is he's been stopping by the city employment center. I guess he wants to get a steady job and be a role model for Suzu. Best of luck to him. A day doesn't go by that I don't see Ai Kashiwagi on TV as part of Love and Hero. She sent a ticket like she promised, but I need to drum up some courage to go to a concert for teens. Alone. At my age. Fair enough. Tawako Yasoka is still working as a fortune teller in Ginza. Apparently she believes I have spiritual powers or something. She keeps sending customers with spirit problems to the mansion. I wish she'd stop. Madoka Hiro spends her days working as a researcher while she also visiting the shelter. Her and Banshee squabble a lot, but I wish she'd stop complaining to me about it. Yeah, I ain't no therapist. Get the fuck out of here. Shuji Demon seems to be doing better now, like a weight's been lifted off his chest. He's in the process of convincing officials to publicize the shelter and build a memorial for it. Banshee Tao has returned to his beloved underground shelter. He stops by the mansion sometimes, filling the place with his scent. Of course, he comes to beg me for food. Yeah, well, at least we get somebody to talk to every once in a while. All the mark bearers who became victims, all for the sake of the terror Mary sought, whenever I remember them, my chest aches and I can't help but think, is it possible? Do they bear a dark grudge against me for surviving? I'm so sorry. How many times have I murmured that useless and meaningless apology? But I become more determined each time. All I can do now is make sure that tragedy never happens again. For that, I need to hurry my preparations for putting the Ninjibutsu inside Mary. The Ninjibutsu alone won't be enough to continue stealing her powers in the years to come. I must prepare extra spiritual measures. It's taken a long time to get those ready, but today I finally finished. Did the mansion just lose power? What's going on? What is this feeling? My arm is burning. Ha 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 ha! Why is the mark? What? What's happening? Calm down. I need to calm down. First, I need to get a grasp on my situation. That's how I've survived this long. A horribly familiar noise echoes in the hall. There you are. Oh. Well, that sucks. Just like my frame rate. My frames, they're dropping. Come on, pick back up. Pick back up. Alright, they're picking back up slowly. There you go, okay. Alright. Oh, why, oh my, oh my. That was Death Note. That's the ending we would have gotten. But had we gotten the good ending, apparently we would have successfully sealed Mary. But that would not have container, and we were going to find a way to permanently destroy her. So, that's what would have happened. Ugh. Alright. Is there anything on my computer that's causing this, maybe? No? Alright. My internet just sucks. Alright. Alright, so, Deathmark. It is over. It is complete. Final thoughts. Well, to be honest, I'm kind of glad it's over. At first I was pretty excited, but then it kind of went on and on. I'm just like, meh? I mean, it was kind of interesting. Chapter 1 and 3, I really liked them. They were a lot of fun. I thought they were really cool. Had me really thinking and focusing. Like, it was fun. Really great detective stuff. 2, on the other hand, not that great. I was really confused. When I replayed it on the best ending, it kind of slightly made more sense, but I'm still kind of confused. So if anybody knows what's up with that, feel free to explain a little bit more. I would love to know. Chapter 4, on the other hand, fuck Chapter 4. Fuck that shit. It is long. It is so fucking tedious. Holy shit balls. Even when I, like, skimmed, like, I was skipping through it when I was replaying it for the good ending. I was just skipping through everything, and it was so fucking long and tedious, and fuck those tests! Fuck those tests! I hate that chapter! Everything about it. Everything. Tests, the puzzles, everything. They were stupid. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it! Ugh! I need to take a sip. Oh my god. Fucking hated it. Hated that chapter. Definitely hands down the worst chapter in this whole entire game. I hate that chapter. So terrible. But again, that was kind of like, you know, 2 points are against Deathmark, but 2 points are for it. So what about the 5th chapter? It was okay, I would say. It was pretty easy and straightforward. Oh, for most of the time, it was just during the ending, during the boss fight, where you had to have hero. Nobody else. It had to be hero. That's kind of when I kind of got, I didn't care for that. That was kind of dumb. Then again, I already have an issue with that where you can't choose whoever you want to bring into battle. You are limited in who you select unless you want an instant death. So there's that. And I thought it was just weird at the fifth one. They said, out of all the 3 partners, 3 of them, you can only choose one. You have to choose the female. And just like, well, then what the fuck was the point of even having a selecting partner? Seriously, what was the point? I don't know. I just thought that was kind of stupid and dumb. The story, it was alright, I guess. Again, some of them were interesting. Others were I'm kind of confused at and going, what the fuck is going on? So I thought it was alright. The artwork, pretty nice. Pretty nice. I generally liked it. Some of it was done in a specific style, and others was a little bit more refined. I thought it was very interesting, and I kind of liked it. It had a very nice synthetic to it. One issue I did have with this game, though. One very weird issue. What's up with the sexual content? I know it was not very strong in this, and it only showed like 3 times. But, goddamn, when I was like replaying it for the good ending and skimming through it, the one thing that pops out in my head the most, and I think I freaked out when I saw that too, was in the rose thorn, that chick out in the rose, and her ass was just covering the screen, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Lady, your ass has no place in this game. Get the fuck out. Take your booty and go. And it just felt weird. Like, you see the synthetic of this game that, and see how most people are dressed in here too. And they're mostly dressed conservatively, or like mostly proper, you know. We got the high school girl, but she's like dressed in that really cliche sailor outfit, you know, that, you know, it's very covers everything up. Then there was like the chick from Love and Hero, the singer backup, whatever the hell she was. Yeah, she dressed funky, but it was like cute, but very conservative too. Like, she covered up a lot of herself, surprisingly. And most characters did. They were like very conservative, and it was just kind of weird to see an ass in your face for no apparent reason. And people are gonna say, well, it's kind of based upon anime and na. Bitch, I know it's based upon anime dumb shit like that, but again, it was a stretch. It was a really big stretch. It's so much so that you could have easily just gotten rid of it and the game would not have changed. Like, that's how useless it was. And also, Hiro was naked in the snakes, but it wasn't too bad because she was, like, mostly being covered. But why was she naked? There was also another girl, I think she was in, like, chapter 2? I think she was, like, in a bag, I think? I can't remember. I know there was, like, at least 3 of them, though. It just seemed weird to have the sexual content. I think that should have been just removed. Because I feel like they kind of put it in there because they had to. Like, it's like, oh, don't worry, you lonely single guys. There are some tits in here. Don't worry. Or some tits and some booties that you can see. So don't worry. We'll add it in there. So just stay and watch. It'll be there eventually. Just sit and play the game, okay? Just sit and play the game. It just seemed weird. Like, it really did not need to be in here, and we all would have been fine. And for people who might not know, I play hentai games on Pornhub, so it's like I'm used to seeing butts, I'm used to seeing boobs and, you know, sex scenes and shit like that. I'm used to it. But I also know when it's okay to put it in there and when it's not okay to put in there. And I'm calling bullshit on this. It was really not necessary. Anyway, what do I think of Deathmark overall? Or at least would I recommend it? I mean, if you want to spend your money, go ahead. I recommend a used copy, but Unless y'all finds a new one, then go ahead if you really, really want to. Again, I think it started off strong, but then I feel like the puzzles didn't really end up making that much sense, or they were really stretching with their hints and the weapons you're getting. I don't know, it just, a lot of things they were mentioning, they just didn't seem to make that much sense, and I ended up getting so badly confused. I don't know. Again, it started off strong, but then it got weaker as you went along. So, Because again, I liked chapter 3, but I'll admit there wasn't that much mystery solving in number 3. It was just dialogue, mostly dialogues, and choosing to live or die. So I think that's why it's just like, I like it for that, but mystery side, it's actually not that good. So again, I would just say, if you really want to, go crazy. There is a DLC that was automatically added to the game, and I think the only way you can get it is if you get the good ending. It will actually continue on, because this is the exact same scene I got when I finished chapter 6.